Hey everyone, this is your host Brian, and welcome to episode 32. Today's topic, the internet. Sure, you're verified on Instagram, but are you verified in the eyes of God? Find out about all that and more on this week's episode of the Pause Button Podcast.
That was a good one. I like that one.
Thank you.
I can appreciate it.
It's important to think about.
As a good Catholic boy.
Let's jump into it. Are you the Sunshine Catholic boy today, or?
Well, no, I was gonna be the Sunshine's chosen.
Ooh, what are you chosen for? Just in general, or?
Just chosen to be a bright light on this podcast.
I like that, especially since the people in this Zoom, you're like the most well lit by the light. I think it looks very.
Yeah, well, I have a lamp on directly next to me.
Oh, well, that's the sunshine there.
Yeah. Well, it's not a very sunny day. It's pretty rainy outside.
Yeah,
but
very rainy.
When the sunshine chosen was needed most, he disappeared.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Joey, do you have a fun, I don't know, gloomy, rainy day name?
Well, now you made it related to rainy. Let's see. I am the Cannelloni. How do I say this? Cannelloni Cloudy Boy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's some good improv. Nice.
Thanks. If only I knew if I said the pasta name right.
Did you Google pastas that start with C or something like that?
No, I just Google pastas every week.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I definitely do that for mine. I'm like nouns that start with D and then adjectives.
You can't think
that
of
start with D.
nouns that start with D.
I like to make it as fancy as I can. So the one I picked this week was the dichotomous doubter. I don't use those words very often.
See, it's that sounds like, I don't know,
what?
Religious almost, going back to the Sunshine Catholic Boy. That's it just sounds so eloquent. It's too eloquent for what this is.
Pat said he was the chosen one.
Yeah, but Pat is the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I doubt that.
Why?
That's my name that I picked this week.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, somebody save us from this conversation.
Devante,
Or Devante.
I mean, as usual, I'm just a retro guy.
Being the consistent one. We need
Yep.
that. We need that because I think times are tough now that the chosen one is gone. So, speaking of the chosen one, Joey, isn't Pat going to lead us into some fun conversation here?
Mm-hmm. It's he's going to be doing a segment called "Get It Out of Your System," and basically the guys and Pat will lead the discussion this week about a part of a video game system that really just kind of grinds their gears. They don't like it very much, like an annoying little tick or something.
So I just wanted to complain real quick about my Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, every time I turn it on these days, and you know how now you hit the menu button on your controller and it pops in from the side? I feel like it's delayed every time, and I don't have fucking patience. I'm not a patient person. So I hit it like 4 times. So now it's flipping in and out several times, and then eventually my system gets confused, and it's like, wait, do you want to turn off? And I'm like, no, I want to play the game I played last night. So if you could just pop right back up so I can open it back up again, that'd be great. That'd be real swell, Xbox One.
Does it come from the side for everybody? Because it doesn't do that for me, so it's not for everybody.
You took about the Xbox button, right? Where you push the button? Yeah.
Yeah, it comes inside.
Yeah.
Joey, have you updated your Xbox in the past 2 years?
Yeah, right?
It's something you got to get in your system.
I definitely don't update that often, so I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he's talking about something. Oh, you know what I mean? Okay, I think I know what he's talking about. Never mind.
No, I mean it is true. Xbox changes their UI every 4 months. They get bored and they're like, we're gonna change how your games are. It's why?
Yeah, but that's not what we're complaining about today, Brian. We're complaining about the delay, that 3-second delay that I can't deal with.
Maybe if they were consistent, the systems could understand the software and not be so confused by it and so slow.
I'm sorry, is this your segment?
I thought that he said Pat and the guy. I'll listen. I'm not chosen.
Yeah,
I guess.
everybody gets to weigh in, but not if your opinion is wrong, right?
I agreed. I just gave a reason.
Does that happen to other people, though? Do they have a big delay?
Not really.
Not that I notice.
Could it be that like Pat, that yours is slowed down because you have a hard drive like full of games?
Maybe. To be fair, I have a lot of games. I've officially filled up my like external hard drive, which
How
is
big
a
is it?
lot. I can't remember the exact specifics of my numbers, but it's a pretty big one. It has a lot of games on there. I have like a bunch of complete games I just completely downloaded that like were like big games, like Gears 5 and stuff like
Do you still have
that.
the Master Chief Collection in there?
Yeah, Master Chief Collection's definitely on there. Red Dead 2,
Call of Duty, the new one.
not the newer one.
Okay, yeah, that one's enormous.
Do you
Yeah.
guys all have external? So that's a
No.
separate external hard drive for your Xbox or no?
Yeah. I got one from Costco for like 40
Oh.
bucks.
Nice,
Nice.
not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. And it's been really helpful. I used to have a lot of problems with, and well, now I'm saying nice things.
Hey, no,
Well,
you're
you're saying
shouting
good
out the
things about
brand
Costco.
that
Yeah.
gave you this hard drive. And
Yeah, it's been because I filled up my hard drive on my Xbox like super fast, which that's
oh,
actually one of my topics for a future complaint. But
I won't say anything then. I'll save it so I can make sure I
Yeah.
agree with you then.
Yeah.
so that's that. That's my complaint.
It's out of your system.
Cool.
Yeah, I got that out of my system, I guess.
All right then. Sounds
It
very
just made
definite.
him more mad. Like
Yeah, generally me complaining about things doesn't make it better for me. I get angry.
Well,
Cool. Well, so let's distract Pat and segue into whatever we're gonna do next.
all right. So welcome to the Pause Button Podcast. 3 times a month, your 4 favorite hosts, Pat, Joey, Devante, and me, along with Tom, the intolerable tech man. We'll take a topic, delve into its past, discuss its present, and debate its dazzling future. And we'll do our darndest to entertain you along the way. You can expect surprising facts, funny jokes, deeply depressing monologues, and of course, unrelated witty banter. So whether you're watching a movie or playing a video game, sit down, shut up, and open your ears. It's time for you to relax and hit pause. I'm pretty proud of myself. That was the first time that I didn't really look at the notes when I said it. Like I kind of went off like memory.
You know what? It was noticeable. No, I bet that is a positive thing. You sounded really fluid.
It was.
You sounded fluid.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
He didn't sound like he was reading.
It could have gone.
He
It
sounded
could have
like he
gone
was
one
just-
of either ways.
'Cause
That's-
internally, I had like a split second of like, wait, where am I? I was like, fuck it, just go off script or do it like from your head. I did, so I was like, was that noticeable then?
No, I felt like it was fluid.
Well, thank you.
I'm proud of you, son.
Good job.
Thanks, Dad. So today's
I didn't want
topic.
to hear that from you.
Oh wow,
I take it back. You're not my son.
because I called you Dad.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
You
of
called me
calling
son.
Dad.
What did you want me to call
Exactly.
you?
I regretted calling you it as soon as I heard you call me Dad. I'm saying that. It's my bad.
All right. Okay.
And that one's on me.
You imagine Pat saying that to his future kids, like,
Don't call me.
call
Dad.
me that.
Just call me
No.
Pat.
You can
All
call
right.
me Mr. Bentley.
All right. I have no segue. The Mario Super Mario 3D All Stars was announced. It's got nothing to do with Pat being Mr. Bentley, but that was announced recently. So in terms of like the past of this, I'm not sure if everybody here knows or our listener knows, but in 1993 they released Super Mario All Stars, and it was for the Super Nintendo, and it was the first game, The Lost Levels, which is like 2 in Japan, I think, and then 2, which is Doki Doki Panic, but like with Mario characters, and then it's a weird one with Birdo and all that, and then the third one. So it was those 4 games all put together for the Super Nintendo. And then they re-released it in 2010 for the Wii for a 25th anniversary thing. Anybody here play it before?
No, but Devante has.
So Devante, how was this collection? Did you play it for the Wii?
No, I actually had it on Super Nintendo.
Oh, nice. I never actually owned one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had the full collection on Super Nintendo. I know it was good because you got to play all of the Mario games. The only one I owned previously to get in the collection was the Super Mario World. So it was nice to go back and play, 1, 2, and Lost Levels. Lost Levels is a really hard game. Probably one I recommend if you're not good at platformers. Like the first world is not easy.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you. There's a reason they were lost. So I looked into the reviews for the 25th anniversary one, and they were very mixed, and that's going to be kind of telling for our discussion on the 3D All Stars that was announced. But it was basically saying like, yeah, these are all like solid games that are great for the history, but like they've been out for 25 years, and like you just kind of threw them together on a disc. Um, they said like it was I had two reviews, especially Nintendo Life and Games Radar. They were like, it's a good price. It was $30 back then on the Wii. But like, why aren't they remastered? Like going from 8-bit to 16-bit isn't really all that great. And why isn't it not all of the 2D games? Like, where's Super Mario World? Why isn't that included on this? They were just like, Nintendo. The quote they said, it was Nintendo has a lot to be proud of. However, as the saying goes, pride comes before a fall. Nintendo has every right to feel pleased about its achievement over the past few decades, but when the feeling of accomplishment is permitted to spill into overconfidence, it's the goodwill of gamers that inevitably going to suffer. And then they introduce the game, and they're like, essentially, paying your hard-earned cash is nothing more than a lazy ROM dump of a cartridge you probably already own, which isn't a glowing review.
Definitely not.
So that was, what's come before. We can kind of relate that to the present. Then they recently, on September 3rd, had the Super Mario 35th Anniversary Nintendo Direct. Have you guys watched this Direct?
I did watch that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good direct.
It was. It
thought
was
it was
pretty
solid.
exciting. So going in terms of like chronologically of what can you expect if you have not watched it and you want to see what's coming out. That All Stars collection with those 4 games is now on the Switch. It's just already up there on the online store. They came out with Super Mario Bros. 35, which is basically Tetris 99, where it's like 35 different screens of people playing, and like
Yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of that for one night, I think.
it looks cool. It's a neat
Yeah.
idea. It's not going to be like
I
let's
my
go,
problem
but
is there's gonna be people who are really good at Mario playing it, and I'm
yeah.
not gonna ever do well, and I'm just gonna get sick of it after a night. But I do think it's a great idea.
It is. It's coming on October 1st.
Although it was the first thing announced to have that really weird "we're only doing it till March" thing.
We're gonna get into that. I have some opinions. The next thing they had was October 16th. We're getting 2 things. A Game and Watch kind of handheld thing with Mario 1 and the Lost Levels. They'll probably make about 12 of those. They're probably already all sold out by the time you're hearing this, so
Uh-huh.
don't get your hopes up. And then Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which is a $100 thing. It comes with toys that you can control with the Switch, and there's like AR like items and stuff you pick up in your house as you drive this cart around. If I was 10, that'd be the coolest thing in the world. I want it so bad, but like the inner kid in me, real bad.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like when I was a kid, that would have been a game or like a mechanic I'd be super excited to explore.
Yeah, absolutely. And then coming up, well, actually, it's out by the time this episode's getting posted, but the Super Mario 3D All Stars, and it's going to have Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, higher resolutions with a wide screen. It's going to have a soundtrack. You can listen to the stuff. There was concern about playing Super Mario Galaxy with the Joy-Cons because of like the spin move where you shake the Wiimote and the pointer thing. They said you don't need it to play, but you do need detached Joy-Cons to play co-op.
Okay.
So people with Switch Lites that don't have those, they don't technically need to buy it to play that game.
I'm very excited to play through all 3 games. I've played a little of Mario 64 before, never played Sunshine, and I played the fuck out of Mario Galaxy. A little sad about no Galaxy 2 or no Paper Mario, but I get it why they would choose those 3.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I man, I just can't wait to listen to that Galaxy soundtrack. Honestly, all soundtracks, but Galaxy, ooh,
Galaxy,
the
they went
soundtrack
all
hit.
out and got the 100-piece orchestra to just play these big
Well,
orchestral sweeping.
especially because they're giving us the option to just listen to the music if we want.
Yeah,
They're like giving us the soundtracks if you buy the game.
which it's a little weird that it's not you don't get like a disc. And granted, I don't think a disc would fit in a Switch
Hmm?
case, but like
Oh yeah,
for the Wii one, you got like a CD you could put in your computer and download the MP3s. For this, you just turn on listening mode and you just kind of listen through the
well
cartridge.
they've kind of been using I think a lot more in their games recently the idea of downloads for music
Oh, can you
on
download
your
the music
Switch.
still?
I don't know, I can't remember.
I don't
Okay.
know.
But I know with like Smash and like I've seen them announce for a few other things that you can like they've really taken time in the direct to be like, yeah, and we gave you the soundtrack to listen to. So they've been
Yeah,
Really pushing that recently.
and
Listen to music on your Switch.
I don't know if I said that, but they did do that with the original All Stars, at least for the 25th anniversary on Wii. They were like, here's the audio tracks from these games because it's iconic. It's got good songs, especially these three. Like everyone knows like the Mario 64 stuff, and then dude, the Sunshine soundtrack's perfect. So there's that coming. And then there's also going to be Super Mario 3D World, plus, the cat one from Wii U. That's going on to Switch on February 22nd of next year, along with an expansion they just kind of gave like a little teaser for called Bowser's Fury. So it's kind of cool that they're updating that with some new things.
Yeah, it's a good game. I'm surprised they actually were redoing it too. But I guess it makes sense because that was one of the last Wii U games that was just strictly on Wii U. So
Yeah.
that system is like officially dead now.
I could think of two that still need to come. Where's my Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, man?
Those aren't originally Wii U games though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And then of course they announced like a bunch of like pins and merch, some pretty cool Puma shoes and a Mario doll that looks a little bit like Chucky, and I don't like it.
That definitely looked like a disturbing doll. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was like, who's gonna buy that?
I watched a few people's reactions online. Everyone that saw that doll was kind of like, ooh.
I can
Don't
tell you,
want that.
people who buy that doll, some of them might end up dead.
But instead of stabbing you, he just jumps on your head.
Just die by getting stuck dying.
You just get dusted like Thanos. You just disappear. Points above your head. And then some stuff for like video games, like Mario Kart Tour, the game, the phone game. Smash Bros. Is gonna have something. There's Splatoon Splatfest. And Animal Crossing New Horizons is gonna have some Mario furniture. And there's that weird March end date, and there's a guy I follow on Twitter, Andy Cortez, and he was like, come March 31st, Tom Nook is repossessing all of that furniture. So
Sounds about right.
the March 31st date, on that date of next year, the online content for all those games, it's going away. Super Mario Bros. 35, the Battle Royale thing, that goes away. And you can't buy 3D All-Stars anymore, online or in store.
It's a weird Nintendo choice. I saw some people arguing that it's meant to, with how things have been going recently, the sales would not have been projected to do super well for 3D All-Stars right away, and that maybe they're trying to force, like by putting like a date that you have to buy it by, they're trying to force people to make that purchase. But that being said, I don't know if I buy that when they're doing the exact same thing with Super Mario Brothers 35.
So here's the thing. For one, Super Mario 30 Bros. 35, you need Nintendo Online. So you do have to pay them some money to do it. It's free once you have it, but you do have to pay for the online service. And I saw, it was a tweet from Alana Pierce. She's in the video game world and she said, I don't know if there's a more blatant example of we need to make more money in these two financial quarters than Nintendo's saying they're only selling certain digital goods until very specifically March 31st. Because you know what April 1st is? The start of Japan's new fiscal year. So it's just kind of like, we're going to end this fiscal year doing well. Here's all this stuff, but you can only buy it until then. I mean, I get it. Like, companies are, having issues with COVID and all that. Like, it slowed things down, but like that's because people don't have as much spending money. So I feel a little angry of like, all right, we're gonna strong arm you into if you want to buy this, you got to do it now. Like, you don't have to Disney vault your stuff. Like it's going away.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe there's, they didn't have really any giant release during the pandemic and everything. I mean, Paper Mario did well, but
yeah, well, they started the year off phenomenally with
right.
Animal Crossing. I almost said Assassin's Creed, AC. But like that game can't carry you through the year, and like I think this is it for the rest of the year. I don't think they're gonna have any other big announcements. So
No,
I agree.
nothing.
So that's probably why. But then again, it's like
They got that Pokemon DLC.
Yeah. It was like that's gonna make us through. We're gonna survive off that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird, but I kind of get it at the same time because I think they want it to be a collector's item.
yeah, that makes
Which
sense.
I'm kind of okay with it. Like, It sucks for people that don't have Switches already, but if you already have a Switch, I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
buy it anyway. So
I see.
I'll
I don't
be
know if I would have bought it
yeah.
had they not put this time thing on it. Now I kind of do want it because I'm like, what if I want to play these games and I can't later?
I mean, I knew I was gonna get it no matter
yeah,
what, so it doesn't end up affecting me. But I do understand why some people are frustrated because they buy games when they're readily available to them, and think about all the kids that can't really buy a game without like their parents' permission or like with they have to save up a lot of money beforehand, and suddenly they're told that they have. I mean, granted, they've got months to do it,
Yeah, that's true.
so there's that. But there's other games and stuff they might have been interested in buying first.
yeah, and it goes all the way through the holiday season too. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, every 8-year-old wants Cyberpunk 2077. We all know that.
oh
Well,
yeah,
So
maybe.
I don't want to like shit on this too much because I am really excited for this, but I've got two more
Yeah.
gripes with it. The first one, where is Super Mario Galaxy 2? Everybody's been saying that. They had a list of like all the Mario games covers and they didn't include it. And then they had a retrospective video to end it and they showed footage from like all the games from, 85 till now and they didn't include it there either.
That's definitely weird.
I think it's because it's a direct sequel.
But
Yeah, that'd be my
They didn't
best
have any
guess.
other sequels on there.
but in the first All-Stars they had 1, the Lost Levels, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but they're not sequels. They're all different. They're not a direct sequel to each game.
Because 2 is just like the kind of same thing. Just
Yeah,
more
and
of
like
it.
they're not like a direct sequel to each other.
But
They're all like, if you look at the story, they might be similar, but that's just because that's Mario. But they're not like, hey, this is a continuation of 1 and 2 and
Yeah.
2 and 3.
No, I get you.
Whereas, Galaxy is literally a sequel to Galaxy 1 or Galaxy 2 to 1.
The first All Stars had 4 games for $30. Now you get 3 games for $60. Like,
It's a different time. And these games are way bigger, way bigger.
oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. They're all 3D and
like Mario 1, I think has what, like 7 worlds or something,
and
and
could probably
you could go
fit on
through
like
that in
10 MB.
30 minutes. Yeah, you can just
Okay.
like, they make 30 minutes.
You make a good point there. You make a good point. I'm just salty because I've never played 2, and I just packed up my Wii because I didn't think I'd get around to it, and I was like, oh, this is coming out, and then they didn't include 2, and I was like, oh, well.
Oh yeah, I love 2 too, but it makes sense when they don't have it.
The last thing I've got is, so we're in a renaissance of the 90s right now. Spyro remaster with all 3 games. Crash remaster with all 3 games. Resident Evil remaster 2 and 3. Medieval even, if you like that, they remastered that. Final Fantasy VII remastered into multiple parts. And they're all getting these like, some of them are $40, some of them are getting new content, all of them are getting rebuilt from the ground up. And Nintendo's just like, here it is in HD. And you're like, could you have like Halo? Yeah.
I definitely agree with you, and that is something worth looking at. But I also know like Nintendo's philosophy on a lot of this stuff is like, well, we already made it. Like
That makes sense.
like legitimately, they've said
Yeah.
that in interviews. They've been like, why would we remake a game that we've already made? Like that, their creators are just not at all interested.
I mean, that makes sense. It's a different philosophy on viewing it that I never thought of. Like, it's a product of its time, and that's how you play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo is also they tend to approach video games from like a weirdly almost artistic standpoint. That's the reason why they remake, like they change so much between every sequel that they do. No Mario game is like the same anymore. No Legend of Zelda follows the same formula that they used to follow.
Yeah.
So it's really like it makes sense when you look at the way they approach their video game making.
Yeah.
Even if it would be super exciting to see a totally HD looking like Mario Odyssey version of these 3 games.
And I mean, that's true. Like, I'm not, other than the timed release thing, I'm not surprised by any of this. It's very Nintendo of them. That's just how they are. I guess I was just kind of hoping for like a Master Chief Collection style of like the Sunshine and what's the other one? Sunshine
Galaxy.
and Galaxy. Thank you. Those look fine. They're good. But like Super Mario 64 is very obviously a product of its time, and having that with like the Odyssey style like graphics, that would have been huge for me. But That makes sense in terms of, they are products of their time.
Yeah, and I think they did so well and continue to do well throughout their whole lifespan and up till now. And they're like, what's the point of changing it?
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. You're going to play it anyways. Buy it.
Yeah, yeah. Like the only like I agree with you. I wish 64 looked different. That's the only one that needs it. But...
Yeah. So speaking of things that need it, I don't know if that works well enough for a segue, but we're going to move into our second Mario debate here. In terms of the future, we want to discuss what bundle should Nintendo put out for the next big thing. Maybe in 2025 when they have the 40th anniversary of Mario, what the All Stars collection should we get then? Pat is going to be our honorable chosen judge.
Yes.
Joey, do you want to tell everybody what the franchise you're going to... Oh, I should mention, these are not... obviously, they've done the mainline Mario games with the 2 All-Stars before, so this is all the offshoots, all the crazy, wacky, like, non-platformy games that Mario has put out over the past 35 years. So, Joey, which one did you choose?
Mario Kart is the one that I will be representing.
Okay. Devante, you chose?
I chose the paper series.
A very good choice. And I went with Mario Party. So, Pat, if you want to take over the reins here, I will now abdicate the host position as I go to, someone arguing a case.
All right. I did not expect to become host, but sure. Hello, everyone. I am Judge Pat, the chosen one. Oh, wait, just the Sunshine's chosen, right? Not the chosen one. Pretty sure the chosen one is taken by about 1 million film franchises. So I'll just be the Sunshine's chosen still. All right. We're just gonna go in the order of when Brian announced it.
Oh,
so
no.
We're gonna have Joe go first because I knew that would get that reation out of
The
him.
most ill-prepared of us all.
He's got that Rainforest Cafe backdrop.
Yeah, R.I.P.
So let's hear your argument for Mario Kart.
Oh, I really want somebody else to go first. Okay, well, Mario Kart, it just has a special place in my heart, and that rhymes, so you know it's true. And so, I always played Mario Kart 64 a lot growing up with me, my brother, and I mean, Mario Kart is a game that, like a lot of Nintendo games, I guess, or Mario games in general, you phase into playing with your friends and stuff, even into college, I feel like. Especially Mario Kart was like a huge drinking game. I remember when I was in college, you'd drink and then you have to stop and you can't be driving while you drink. Anyway, Mario Kart, it's just incredibly fun. And I remember playing it for 64. I remember playing Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance and always having an awesome time with it. I mean, it's very easy to play. It's accessible. It includes all of the original like Mario characters like Donkey Kong, Bowser, Peach, and they're always adding new characters too and making it more fun, adding different features to the game like they did when they introduced Double Dash, and just makes the game a game that you would think that isn't able to change all that much. They find new ways to make it exciting and, I don't know, accessible to everybody. I guess that's my best argument because I haven't played that many of the other ones. So.
Oh God! You shouldn't have ended your argument that way.
Joe, no.
I mean, okay. We know I'm not gonna win the argument. I think we know that going into it with a video game episode. What? Tom said the same thing when he was in an argument when he was in the debate episode
Maybe that's
last
why
time.
he didn't win.
But I mean, that's all I got. I haven't played the other ones. But I think that they're incredibly fun games.
Okay.
So.
No, that's fair.
All right.
Who went next? I already forgot.
Devante.
Okay.
It's me? Okay. So I chose the paper series. And if we're sticking to like the 3-game format, I would actually include Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, and the Thousand Year Door.
Oh.
So a lot of people probably haven't played Super Mario RPG, which is the roots of Paper Mario in general. How it was created. So this game came out for Super Nintendo. It was actually made by Square Enix, which is pretty crazy at the time that they decided.
Right.
Well, I guess not really crazy because Square Enix had Final Fantasy, so they were like, "Hey, can you make a Mario game for us?" And then they did, which is why you can't find this game anywhere because Square
Yeah,
Enix still owns the rights.
Oh.
that's the
Um,
complication as to why we're not seeing Mario RPG Smash characters or
right.
Mario. Yeah, all that.
Yeah, and this game brought in the famous Geno that everybody wants for Smash, but like Pat said, like he's not going to be in Smash because Square Enix is like, you already have Cloud, so why do you need like Geno too? So
Hmm.
that's probably never going to happen. But I decided to do the RPG series because I'm a big fan of RPGs. It's probably my favorite type of single player game. And then when they created it for Mario, I thought it was pretty good. Super Mario RPG actually did not have Bowser as the main enemy in the game, which is really interesting, especially for the time.
Hmm.
And I love all the little references in this game. Like they have enemies that are basically the Power Rangers that call themselves the Axum
Wait.
Rangers.
Wait.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they
There's a
just
red one, a yellow one, black one, green one, and pink one, and they call
Nice.
themselves the Axum Rangers.
oh that knowing about the quote unquote Ninja Turtles in Paper Mario, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I was gonna get to that too when I talked about Paper Mario. But yeah, so in this game, you play as Mario, obviously, but then you have your partners that are pretty famous in the Paper Mario series, such as like Geno. There's this uh, dude named Malo, who's basically like a cloud, um, who's like the son of King Nimbus. Um, you can get Bowser, actually play as has Bowser as your partner, and Princess Peach. So it's actually pretty cool that you go off into this world that's run by, I think it's the main enemy is called Smithy, which is literally just like a guy who makes machines. And he's trying to
Nice.
take over the Mushroom Kingdom. So that's essentially that game. So like moving on to Paper Mario. Originally, this was supposed to be a direct sequel to Super Mario RPG because the Paper Mario's original name was Super Mario RPG 2.
Oh wow.
But I think Nintendo decided not to work with Square Enix for this game and decided to do it themselves. So that's when they came up with the paper idea because they couldn't just make Mario, just make it a sequel to the Super Mario RPG game. Um, so they decided to change Mario to paper and call it Paper Mario. But they kept the same RPG aspect of turn-based, adding partners and everything like
Hmm.
that. That's probably my favorite out of all three games, just because I like the uniqueness. And it was just fun. I think it's just fun all throughout the whole game. I love the references they have to almost everything. Like Brian said in the first chapter, you fight the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The second chapter is essentially Aladdin. Could you go to the Mystery Dry Ruins? And in Japan, that chapter is called the Mystery of the Arabian Ruins. And like you find the place the same way Aladdin finds the Cave of Wonders and everything like that.
Oh
So
yeah, I never thought about that.
yeah, so you go in there, you fight that, and you have the golden chain chomp down there, which I think is a reference to Aladdin. Chapter 3, you got Tubba Wubba, which is pretty cool. He's over there eating booze, and like you never thought you'll feel sorry for booze because you're like they're the bad guys. So um,
Damn.
yeah, so like I at least when I played, I was like, why do I care about this boo? And you just feel bad because you have your partner, the ghost. I forget her name. But
Oh, the
but
green
she was
one
like,
with the
yeah,
fan.
the green ghost, yeah, and they're eating all the booze. She's like, I need help, and you're like, why should I help you? You booze fucked me up. So, um, and I think all the bosses are really cool. Like that, the chapter after that, you have Captain Toad, not Captain Toad, Captain Shy Guy, who has
Oh,
like
the toy
the toy
box.
tank and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
the only chapter that sucks is chapter 6. Like nobody cares about that. Nobody talks about chapter 6 when you're in the clouds. That's the worst
Yeah, that was
world in the whole
okay.
game. But after that, like they bring it right back in chapter 7 with the Crystal Ice King, who has like the best boss fight soundtrack in the whole game, and chapter 8 is Bowser. And I think this game first introduces a really popular item too into the Mario slash Nintendo world, which is the um, Star Ride. And it was in Kirby originally, but I think this
Mm.
made the Star Ride a little bit more popular. Um, just how it gives invincibility, and then after that, you started seeing it in the Smash Bros. Games and everything like that. And the music is super great in this game. The music in all three games are really good, so I couldn't really choose a winner out of the three of those, but I think it's really cool. And I also like the level up system because like when you level up, you don't necessarily get stronger. You can choose like I want more health. You can choose more flower power, which is like your special abilities, or you can choose badges that they implemented in this game, which basically gives you special abilities that can make Mario stronger. So you can go through the whole game without upgrading these badges, which I've watched speed runs of people doing that. And it makes the game way harder because you don't get like your multi jump or
That's
anything
disgusting.
like that. Yeah, you just have your basic jump. And like the runs last forever, but it's really cool game to watch. And then finally, I would add Super Mario. Oh no, Super Mario, but Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, which was supposed to just be Paper Mario 2, but they, again, Nintendo's like, we don't like direct sequels, even though they do reference the first game in this when they kind of go back on what they live by.
He lived in the
Um,
same house.
yeah, live in the same house. You can find the partners from the first game around throughout the whole world. But this one, I love this game, but I don't think that I like the main boss. But it didn't affect the game at all. I love all the worlds you can go to. You start off chapter 1 finding a big ass dragon, which is I think is pretty cool to watch. Chapter 2, you go to the great boogie tree when you have all those little weird bug, I don't know, anglerfish things.
They're adorable, man. They don't sound the way you describe them sound horrifying, but they are adorable.
Oh, they are really cute, but they look like just bug anglerfish because they have the little light in front of them. I think my favorite chapter is chapter 3 when you have like the wrestling ring thing with Rock Hog.
Dude, you're gonna get raw.
And you become the Great Gonzalo.
Yeah.
It's super good. And then you have, of course, like the creepy, or I wouldn't say creepy, but like the ghost area when you fight Dupus after that, who basically creates a fake Mario.
He steals your body.
Yeah, and your partner's like, "What's wrong, Mario?" And you're like, "They can't figure it out." And then you have your pirate chapter. Um, I think in this game, my favorite chapter is chapter 6
Oh,
when you're with Peggington the penguin.
yeah.
You gotta figure out. You have to investigate everything.
He's just a dumb Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, he's just really bad at his job, and he takes credit for everything you do. It's so funny. And then of course they bring back all the partners. Like you have your Goomba, your Koopa, you have your Boo. Except this one is Madame Flurry, who's for some reason like a big boobed, big boob that you squeeze her boob and she blows out air. It's really weird. You get a Yoshi in this one for the first time, but it's not like an actual Yoshi. It's like a Yoshi baby almost, which I think that was really cool that they actually added.
He's feisty.
He is, yeah. I think that's the first time they changed up Yoshi I've ever seen in any game.
Yeah, all
Which was
different
really
colors
cool.
and all that. You can name
Yeah.
them too.
Yeah, you can name him yourself because he calls whatever you want him to call you. And like having all the different partners. This one actually has like the stars for the Thousand Year Door and everything. You could bring back they make references to Paper Mario, the original one. And I just I love all the references they have in both games. Like in this one, like you can when you're in when you're first in Peach's castle, you can hear the original Super Mario 64 theme. Um, and they do a really good job of making sure they reference most of their games in both of these games. All three of the collection, I don't think did worse than like an 89 through Metacritic. So it would be a really good collection to put out. I mean, I could talk more about them all day, but that's just like a brief introduction of why I think they should go. And I think it would definitely remind people what Paper Mario used to be. Not like the games are bad. Origami King was a good game, but I definitely don't think it was as good as the first, the predecessors between Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, and Thousand Year Door.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. Good argument. Let's see how Brian, our host, follows it up.
All right. This is not just going to be some weak-ass bundle with a couple of games, okay? This is going to be Mario Party Ultimate, like Smash Ultimate, okay? every map, every minigame, every character, every item, it's all going to be under one roof. You can go through and you can check and uncheck different games from all of them. All the characters that have appeared and disappeared, like Shy Guy, Dry Bones, Your Me, they're all going to be in there. Also, this is going to be online, all right? You're going to have more than 4 characters. You can have up to 8, all right? Think about this franchise. Almost 40 million copies sold, okay? The excitement of when, it'd be 3-on-1 when that one person lands on the red space. The fun duels that you could have with one-on-one. The thrilling endings where Toad is just throwing out stars like nothing fucking matters, okay? This is going to be all of that together. Plus, that's not it. This is his 40th anniversary. They're going to go hard into it, all right? So there's going to be new levels, new characters, new mini games, okay? New levels, they're going to have a Galaxy-themed one, an Odyssey-themed one, a Paper-themed one. It's his whole career, okay? Characters, everybody. Rosalina's in there. Gino's in there. All the Bowser kids, including Ludwig. Outfits, they got the cowboy hats from 2. Like I said, they're going to have a paper one. They're going to have an 8-bit world for, like, the original. They're going to have the cat world for 3D world. It's going to be nuts. And they're going to celebrate his history, like I said. So these mini games, like one of the mini games is going to be like, who can complete like Super Mario 1 World 1 Level 1 the fastest? That's going to be one of those things in there, Or boom, just race through Rainbow Road 1 lap. Who can make it through? From Mario 64, or complete this level from Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. It's going to be this whole thing of just like the history of Mario put on one board together. So you can think about the good stuff. It's going to do a Smash Never Could. You can play as Waluigi. Think about the mini games, the bobsled run and the pushy penguins and the bumper balls. You're going to be able to do that up to 8 friends in 1080p, the new modern look. All right? Now I know what you're thinking. Like, Mario Party has had some bad years. Okay? Mario Party's had some bad years. We've had the get on the train track together and there's no board. That's gone. So all the fun mini games that were created for that game, they're here now on the board in a fun way. Okay? Now I know what you're also thinking. There's a pain coming back to your hands. You remember the river raft as you spun the N64 controller and just destroyed the palms of your hands as the Nintendo mailed you that glove that just wasn't really enough in that class action settlement. That's okay. Think about how soft the Switch's thumbstick is. You're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. No one's going to hurt you anymore. And think about all the times where just the controller let you down. I didn't tell it to do that. I jumped here. I didn't fall. Joy-Cons are the forerunner of modern motion control technology. That's never going to happen. These things are going to be well made. They're going to do exactly what you want. All your favorite memories from playing the games out throughout the years, 1, 2, if you played 4. Shit, even if you want to play 6 with the fucking microphone thing, why not? That's in there too. This is a 40-year collection of Mario's history, not just as a party, but all the other games all wrapped together in the best party of his celebration.
All right, was that it?
No, that was the start of my...
Okay. So now it's time for me to play judge.
Pat, I have a question for you. Before you give us your... are you gonna give us your answer now, or are you going to have some questions for us?
Well, I was going to give my answer.
Okay, before you give your answer, can you give us a quick Super Mario Sunshine shout-out?
Oh, sure. Oh, I like what you did there.
Thank you.
So my Super Mario Sunshine shout-out is to Minecraft.
What?
Shout out to Minecraft for saving me and so many from depression. Until the creeper blows up my house and causes it all to come spiraling back as I fall apart and weep. I weep over the ruins of my house. Oh God, why? Why wasn't I more careful? Why didn't I just tame a cat?
This is the Sunshine shout-out? You crying over the ruins of your house in Minecraft?
Brian, look what you did.
I just asked him for a fun little thing. On that note...
So yeah, that was it.
Cool. Good Sunshine shout-out, Pat.
Yeah.
Fit the theme of the episode and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so time for me to get to judging. After carefully listening to all 3 of your arguments, I have come to the conclusion that the winner of the debate is my argument for Super Mario Odyssey, which was clearly the winner of the first debate.
All right.
What are you talking about, Brian? It was me. It was me!
I would like to point out that right before that episode started, Pat showed up wanting to choose Galaxy and last minute switch to Odyssey.
Due to
Because we would have had
circumstance.
no one to argue against Galaxy. But
Yeah.
yeah, in any case, I'm gonna, after listening to all three, actually say the real winner. And I have, I think, some sound reasoning.
I'm actually really
Is
excited
going
right now. I'm like, ooh.
Is going to be Devante.
Boo.
So here's my reasoning.
Woo.
Joey gave up on himself. There's no doubt about that. That man gave up on himself, and I can't reward that. And I feel like Brian just made up an entirely new game.
Well, yeah, I
that's
was
what I was
really
gonna say. I was like,
confused.
I did
wait,
not. I
Yeah,
did
'cause I
not.
was like,
did.
wait,
You were
are we
like,
talking
well-
about the history of stuff, or is he trying to sell me some new game that's coming out?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what's happening?
It's a new. That was the argument. You're gonna make a new bundle. You're gonna make the next All
new
Star.
bundle.
no, but that's not a
Right,
bundle.
but
You
that's
just
not a
made a whole
bundle.
game with everything.
You
in
said
it.
every map, and then you were like adding new playable characters, and then like you were like, then they're gonna have a couple new maps in there.
Wait,
And
yeah, because I was like, I thought that we were just talking about which of those groupings was better, not
I mean,
like
granted,
making a
Brian,
fake
if
bundle.
that was an actual option that they were putting on the table, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, sure. If you're gonna
Yeah,
have
that'd be
every
dope.
single map.
But
Yeah.
but that's the point. It's something you would want. Like this isn't realistic.
Right, but it's a
Nintendo not
bundle.
listening.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be based off like the bundle that just came out.
So
I mean-
as the judge, felt the need to put my foot down and go with the much more realistic, though maybe slightly less passionate, Devante argument.
Sorry, I
I think
dreamed
what should have
big.
happened did.
You should be sorry for dreaming big. You should never dream big with Nintendo.
This is all right. So Brian, this is what you do. You tell Nintendo to delay the 3D All Stars, and you tell them to make it one big game. So you go from the end of 64, you jump into a pipe that takes you to Sunshine, and then you go from Sunshine to space, all in one game.
But not just that, dude.
And then you play as Waluigi.
yeah,
yes, yes.
no, yeah. Then it's like the 3DS one when you can play as Mario, Luigi, Wario,
And then
Waluigi.
the water Hal or whatever the fuck his name is on your back in Sunshine, he shows up in N64, and the wings from N64 show up in Galaxy.
Yeah.
And you can play as Gino.
yeah, Gino's there for some reason.
You know what? Bring everyone in. You can play as Zelda sometimes. You're gonna be playing as Link. You're gonna be playing as Donkey Kong. Samus is in a level of Galaxy. This game will change your life.
If they ever made a game like that, Nintendo would just never make a game ever again.
They just call the game
Yes.
Nintendo. It's just
They're just
called
like, we
Nintendo.
did it all. Yeah, we did it all.
We've
What's
made the
point?
perfect game. We're going out on top. We'll see you in the afterlife.
You'll continue to buy this for the rest of your life.
I mean,
So obviously, as judge, I am infallible.
no,
and,
I mean, like,
I
I'm gonna agree with you. Like, now that it's over, like, even if they did make this magic mystery game that I came up with, I just want to play Paper Mario again.
Yeah, I would like to be able to play it for the first time.
Dude, it's good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I still think 1,000 Years better, but like the way you were talking about Paper Mario, the first one made me like, where's my N64 at? Could I does that connect to my new TV? Does it have the yellow, white, red cord?
Right?
Do you get an adapter for that?
Probably to HDMI or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you feel defeated? Do you feel robbed of this?
No, I don't feel robbed necessarily. I mean, I get it. Here's my beef, I guess. So I feel like if
You do have beef. Okay, yeah.
I guess I feel like if I didn't mention that I hadn't played the other ones, they're gonna be like, "Well, Joe, that was a very general argument. Like you didn't talk about the other games at all, you know." And I'm gonna be like, "Well, I didn't play the other games, and I stated that before the episode." But I do feel that I missed some points, like especially while Devante was talking, I was like, "Oh, I should have talked about the maps, and I should have talked about the cars and stuff like that,
Yeah.
how they changed them up." But I did all right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You went for the talking about what the games meant for you route.
Yeah.
Pat, I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm not as technical, so like I have to
regret this
apply to
question.
people's emotions.
But Pat, if Nintendo were to greenlight 2 of these games, what would have gotten second place?
Get out of here.
No comment. You're both losers in my heart. Devante's now undefeated though, so we have to kill him
Oh,
in the next debate.
yeah. I don't know if we'll do a Mario debate
Yeah,
per
he has
se,
an
but
undefeated streak by
Yeah,
winning
dude.
two. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be a Mario debate, but whatever the next debate is, we obviously
Take him
need to
out.
do a horror movie debate so that we so
Horror
Devante can
movies.
just
Let's do a
crush
Sonic
us.
debate.
Right.
oh man, that would be. I don't know, man. Maybe we could just have like the most like lackluster, lack of passion debate possible.
I'm sure our listeners would very much be
Yeah,
excited about
they'd be
Yeah.
that.
so excited.
Yeah, like favorite war game that should be remade, but like before Call of Duty 4. So we're talking like Medal of Honor and the early Call of Duties.
I'm sure there'd be people that'd be excited about that.
Actually, now that I say that, the
Yeah,
one
it's like I'm pretty sure people like Call of Duty, Brian,
the one
and old
it was
war
the
games.
one Medal of Honor European Assault, I think, was it on GameCube. That was a fun game.
It's coming back.
It's VR, man.
I don't know why, but it's coming back.
They gotta keep that license renewal going, or else they're gonna lose it. All right. So since we're
Okay.
talking about Medal of Honor, I think it's probably time to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
So let us know what you thought of this episode. If you feel like the right person won here. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you're listening to us, you can find us in most places: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that fun stuff. If you search @PauseButtonPod, you'll find us on the interwebs, the social media stuff. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what the next debate should be. Let us know if you want a Zelda All-Stars collection. There was a Forbes article about that recently, and I still really feel it. I know we just talked about it, but I really want it. Also, we got our listening goals. If we get 60 listens on an episode, we've got a very fun special prize for you. If we get 20 subscriptions on YouTube, you will get a video episode with us. We're only 8 away. It's 8 people just clicking boop, and then there we are. You get to see our faces. So go ahead. That way you also know whenever we put up a new episode. Our 3 episodes a month. So we got some exciting stuff coming for you. Coming up, since this is the last episode of September, October is going to be a fun month. We've got some really good topics coming for you. But if you enjoyed it, share it with somebody. If you didn't, let us know why. We're always looking for feedback. We thank you so much for listening. And Tom, what can the people expect in October? What's our next topic?
Our next topic will be discussing how Devante may be undefeated in Mario, but how his opinion on Skyward Sword is wrong. But anyway,
You're dead.
next week we'll be discussing for real how pointless it would be to bundle a Super Smash Bros. Game since Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out. See you guys then.
All right. Well, pretty soon it'll be Spooktober. But until then.
Now we're gonna hit pause.